guys fire off questions, I guess.
Sure. Well,
Yeah.
thanks.
Perfect. Appreciate it, Mark.
Okay, you sure? All right. So I guess first of all, how much fun are you guys having right now?
Man, it's been a blast. Obviously, the first half of the season didn't go as we planned. I mean, we were in every single game, battling just like how we've been the last 3 weeks. But finally get it turned around, as Coach Martin says, it's been a blast. We're enjoying every second of it, and we got 3 more weeks to go to bowl, so we're enjoying it.
As of late, the defense has just been absolutely insane, I guess would be a quality adjective to describe it. I mean, how's the chemistry between the guys on the defensive end right now?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, as Sam can speak about it, I'm sure it is on offense too, but defensively, we've called each other the mob since day one, and that's kind of how we think about it. We're all 1/11th of the defense, and no matter who you are, it doesn't matter if you're the first defensive tackle or the very last on the depth chart cornerback. I mean, we're all in this together, and like I said, we're having a blast doing it.
So how personally gratifying is it for you, and I'll ask you the same thing when you get up there, you were here through the dark days, and now you're seeing the turnaround. It's got to be just immensely satisfying for you.
Right. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, these last 4 years, it's been a long journey, but yeah, we're enjoying it. And like I said, we're not happy yet. We've won 3 in a row, but we still have 3 more left. So our goal is to get to a bowl game. We're not done. So like I said, it's been a long journey, and it's been fun, especially these last 3 weeks. But we have 3 weeks left, and that's how we're thinking about it.
Now, obviously, bowl game is the big goal, and there's no reason why you guys shouldn't achieve that. But regardless of what happens, is this a precursor of good things to come for Miami football?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing was, like Coach Martin said all the time, just getting over that hump. And I think, after the first win, people were like, wow, we knew it, we could win, but we just haven't been able to achieve it. And finally, we're winning, and we know how it feels to win. And then game 2, and then 3rd game in a row, and now you're seeing freshmen going, okay, this is what it's like to sing the fight song after a game, and what it's like to win 3 straight. So I think the biggest thing, like you said, is just kind of getting over the hump, and then just getting the winning tradition going again. And I think that's definitely what we're doing.
Describe a little bit your career. You come here obviously as a quarterback, and now, as pointed out in the notes, you go from being sacked to sacking guys. What's that been like for you?
Right. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. It's exciting. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. I've always thought of myself as just being a football player. Even in high school, I love to run the ball, even though I was a quarterback. So I just enjoy playing football, no matter what position it is. But it's been, like I said before, it's been a journey. Coming in at quarterback for the first 2 years, and then eventually making that transition to now playing defensive end. It's been fun, but like I said, I just enjoy playing football.
In the process of that journey, describe some of the bumps along the way of making that successful transition from quarterback to defensive end.
Yeah. I experienced a lot of those bumps last season, coming in. Obviously, it was my very, very first season at the position, but just kind of during the games experienced how much different it is in the physical aspect, but also, I mean, defensive end, it's not just about getting up the field. It's not just about rushing the passer. You got to really understand the entire defense. And when you can understand the entire defense, then you can really play at an elite level. And I think that this year is kind of what's changed my play, is that I've truly learned to understand the entire defense, and that's kind of been the biggest part of this transition.
Does having played quarterback give you an edge defensively?
A little bit, just in the fact that I kind of understand where the quarterback's trying to go in the pocket, and I kind of understand that, every quarterback has a progression read when they're dropping back. So I kind of understand the fact that, if he's back there for 2 or 3 seconds, I understand where he's going to go or where he's trying to go. But, it's such a different position that I wouldn't say it's that big of an advantage, but, it's football in general, so that's about it.
Obviously, being a fifth-year senior, it's going to be your last year wearing the red and white. So what are your plans after football?
Yeah, I recently accepted a job at Cintas actually over the summer for a management position. But, after this season and hearing hopeful comments from a bunch of people, I'm really planning to pursue the NFL and just going to try and reach my goal that I've had since I was a little kid.
Very good.
Good.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
All right, same question. I mean, you've been here, you came here, rough times, but now turning things around. How's that feel for you?
Definitely feels like, a long time coming. It's about time, but I feel like it's been a great, long, hard journey, but I think it's all been worth it, all the work that we've put through to finally see like everything that we've worked for kind of coming together. Kind of like Austin said, like we've been in the last, the first half of the season, we've been in games but haven't been winning, but now it's like we're finally realizing how to finish the game, which has been, our biggest challenge in the past. So now that we see that we can start finishing, it feels good, and I feel like everybody now really wants to do it because we know that we can. So.
Throughout the course of this up and down season, as I would characterize it, you've caught passes from 3 different quarterbacks, Billy, Noah, and Gus. Seeing how this will probably be Gus's 4th straight game starting, what's the communication like between Gus and the wide receivers?
Oh, it's great. We, Gus he's a great leader, and he also likes to, improve wherever he can. So we always make sure that we communicate. Like if we think that, he could throw this a little better or a different way based on what we see on how the corners are playing us. So we kind of communicate on and off, and he tells us, if we need to run a route a certain way, if we need to, do something else to kind of change to make us a little more open. So it's been great kind of just communicating. Even during practice, we have time to just really, work on timing and everything else so that during the game we're kind of used to each other and we know what's going to happen.
The answer might be obvious, but sometimes it's not. Is there a game this season where the team collectively they had like an aha moment, like where the lights went on? Now, obviously, the answer might be the Kent State game, but perhaps not.
I would probably say even our first game at Iowa, I know the score doesn't really tell much, but I feel like when we left the game, it was the first time since I've been here where I left the game feeling really confident about the season. I know even the next couple of games didn't really show it with like our results, but even leaving that game, I really felt that we had all the tools that we needed to have like a good season. So it just took a little longer than we wanted to put it all together, but that was kind of when I had that moment.
So do you say that it's safe to say that Miami football over the past couple weeks, being how exciting has it been to be a part of the team, has found their edge?
I think so. Like Coach Martin tells us every week before every game, you just like make sure you're about to play the best game of your life every game. So we kind of take that approach at the start of every game, everyone getting their mind ready, everyone getting focused to make sure that they're, playing a little smarter than the last week, playing a little harder, a little faster, and making sure that you're correcting whatever mistakes you may have made the last week and making sure that you're ready to make the next play.
We good? Sam, thanks.
Thank you.